Okay, here we go. Old Amsterdam, whatever that means, maybe anything you want it to mean. And so this is proof of life certification, let's say. So here we go. Enjoy the show. Okay, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this really well. I don't know where this came from. I know the person that that brought this here, that one person, but I absolutely have no idea of what the makeup of it is. It's marijuana. Other than that, I'm not sure. But the red, white, and blue is here. God bless America. Make America great again. And I love my president. And I think we know who our president is and who the patriots are. And the people that love each other and want to build a wonderful, secure place that our children won't have to worry, and our family, all of us, forwards, backwards, everywhere, period, maybe, period, and build. Thank you, period, stop, rebuild, start program. Toke's Place. Toke's Place. Toke's Place. There's a tattoo on my left leg, on my calf. It's a tattoo of a travel bug that was part of a game, a geocaching game, which used GPS, which is Global Positioning System. And in 2000, I believe it was the year 2000, whoever was in charge of the Global Positioning System network did what it was slang termed as flipping the big blue switch, and that in turn turned on the capabilities and the network and everything used for GPS, and they gave it to the public. And so everybody is now using, everything is like all based around, you don't have to worry about calling up, doing the old-fashioned stuff, sending smoke signals way back from these creation stories and all. But we don't know the exact juncture of the beginning or of whatever that is, maybe, period. So, yeah, I just moved my head from my right side looking at the camera, and I moved it to my left side. Now I'm getting ready to move my head opposite way again to hopefully calibrate, and y'all should have some really high tech stuff here that that you should be able to verify and do blockchain security, triple threat, drill team, choir, and drum and bugle corps. Works with the Marines, the Army, all of the military. That's the structure of a democratic republic. started by the founding fathers, and they cobbled together, they built, they invented the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. And that is the core values, especially the Bill of Rights, especially the Constitution. This, which you are existing, or however you want to come up, define it for yourself, because this is a journey, it's traveling, it's a vacation for you to be able to discover who you are, know what you are, know where you came from, and with that just blossom into, just like you just blossom into love, and all you can do is just love more, because that's what they call, when somebody says create means to imagine, use your love and your compassion and your fellowship, how you get along with people and want to help them, as much as they want to help you, so that everybody can experience the heaven, or whatever, the nirvana, or the stillness, or mainly the relaxation, the enjoyment, and having fun and laughing a lot. So God bless you all. And yeah, we know the story up to this point. Doug Vogt of Diehold Foundation. Cliff High has done amazing work. All of the remote viewers, the people, go remote viewing, psychic energies or whatever. But y'all are probably flying around now just at the blink of an eye within the center, of the middle of an instant. And where I'm recording this message, this data now, it's a town called Ashland, the zip code in Virginia, a state of the United States of America, and just outside and sort of kind of in between, about 90 miles south of the capital, that's the capital of this particular juncture. And the nickname of the town that I'm in, which is the original, or whatever, the formal name is Ashland. One of the mayors coined a nickname for the town, and the nickname for the town is the center of the universe. And there's a train, two parallel train tracks that run through the center. My grandfather used to be an engineer on the old streetcars that were here before I was born. And my family pretty much is, they settled, the Wood family. They were granted or deeded like 60 mile by 60 mile plot, so that was between here and Charlottesville, which is kind of northwest from Ashland and Richmond as well. I grew up in Ashland. I was born in Spain, so if anybody's having trouble verifying all this, because I realize at this present juncture now, my birth certificate that my second wife had created for me, because there was an episode, and I'm certain that it's probably related to these hints and events to get things clicking. And the more people that are understanding this, it's almost instantaneous. So, and I'm going to turn my phone on. I'm going to save this video, and I'm going to upload it to YouTube, youtube.com, and I'm also going to send a message or post a message to Cliff, CLIFF, or excuse me, I'm sorry, he spells Cliff with one F. So that would be Cliff, who lives in Washington State in the Northwest. And as soon as I can get my, okay, my phone's on. Let me unlock it. And I'm refreshing my Twitter. It's got a little bit bright light. But the idea is to, keep recycling and leaving maps for geocachers to come behind or come back and be able to find their location of where they are. I created my location, which is here, and in doing so, I am sovereign. I am a sovereign person and have sovereign stuff that I created that has my indelible signature of that creation to my sovereignty. Okay? And no, the name is just, there's a lot of history and stuff behind it, but for right now, tokesplace.com. It needs to be secured, fortified, and encapsulated so it remains a rigid, resilient, absolutely loving element of whatever may be the cornerstone involved and included in the keystone, and as well incorporating and beginning to, we're just at the beginning instant of that, to build the capstone, which, I don't think, we're all included in the capstone, but I don't think we can catch up with the capstone, because there's a reason for that. So anyway, with the snap of a finger, okay, and so you can define, get a clear idea. I'm going to turn the light down a little bit, or it's shining on the screen, but so it's more visible for you. And let me play a video, okay? I'm going to play a video that Cliff High and JSNP4 were discussing with Bix Weir. They were discussing exactly what I'm talking about right here. So I'm going to pull up that video, and I'm going to play it right here, just a second or two, because this is a lot of space. This video so far is 12 minutes and 57 seconds long. So I would jump back, if there's a problem, some kind of data, problem or whatever. Remember, you can rebuild, recompile, and it automatically resets and gets you to the same place, wherever you want to set it. What we don't have now really is a very highly secure, vault that in a graphic user interface or developed into whatever, but an interface to easily be able to move about, to whatever juncture a person might want or whatever might want to create and juncture into a juncture to create. And keep it all balanced. The more we have peace, love, sensual compassion to, that we like, we enjoy, we laugh, we, just have a good time. That's what this is for. I've tried to do what I could do, and now the rest is, it's a wild animal now, and always, absolutely, this is open source. This is an open source creation that everybody that sees this or has heard of it or reads or writes or thinks or what have you has participated in building, creating open source. Solid, secure, absolutely safe, revitalizing, rejuvenating for the continuance of existence itself by the infinite and with the eternity. So with a snap of a finger, that's going to be the trigger, or whatever you need, or it could be a sound, that just kind of gets your attention. That's all it takes. And by the time y'all are looking at this, it's going to be pretty wild. I'm going to take a snapshot, or maybe I'll do a video and load this video up and see what happens. So I'm going to open my camera, and I'm going to do a video, and it's recording now, just so you get an idea of what's going on. Okay, now see that? Now as far as teleporting or whatever, could probably, with refined technologies and I don't know what's going to be available, probably most anything that anybody can imagine. But so by doing this, and if you're changing your perspective or whatever, okay, there's cars drive down the road. It's nighttime now, and the time is 6:00 p.m. So it's 6 o'clock in the evening when this is being made, when I'm recording this, and it should be, it should only take no more than 5 minutes to upload and for someone to be able to see this. But we can use 5 as balance, because when you're talking about results between 1 and 9, because the other usual digit really doesn't is not an accurate, and that's what happened. I think it's a conflict of an error. It was an accumulative memory error is what it was. And if someone would please tell Per Person about this, let him see this video and let him know that everything's cool, and I think we've accomplished what was supposed to have been created for a juncture with jump. They'll get that. But God bless you, Per and Bonnie, all of y'all. Take care. And Johnny Clark, and Johnny Clark's dad owned Aero Services out at Richmond International Airport, or it used to be called Byrd Field. They also had a facility. Okay, well, that's going out. They had a facility called Richmond Jet Center. Okay, I was working there. In fact, I was working there at the time that it was kind of scary. Well, it wasn't scary. It was more bewildering. And I believe that was my first major step, into another creation or process of creating, stepping into the process to build, create, program, all that stuff, the rest. So y'all enjoy this, and again, my boot camp, when I went to boot camp in Great Lakes Naval Training Center, it was December 17th, 1979. I got out a little early with a honorable discharge. I was discharged while I was stationed on the USS Lexington, CV-16, and it was ported or stationed at Pensacola Naval Air Station. That's where the Blue Angels are also based. And just outside of the Naval Air Station, there used to be, or there still is, I guess, a facility. It was either Corey Field and they changed it to Corey Station, or it was Corey Station and it had been renamed to Corey Field, one or the other. But that was another naval facility, a United States naval facility. And yes, Russell J. Gould, there's some what they would call quantum grammar that's used within contracts, and that's probably going to be a very crucial building block to the blockchain security for if you want to call your existence, part of a realm. That's the foundational building block of how the data is retained, recalled, and recorded with encrypted keys and such. Keys for the locks that need to be created, and this is the process of how this juncture building junk to recycle into juncture process works. Yes, Moses. Yes, Moses discovered. Abraham, before that, found something, I don't know what it was, but that initiated this program to restart. And there had been some sort of cataclysmic event, and it was always, no one could come up with solid proof about any one particular element, having an effect or that effect. So there was an effort started to always be able to recover, and as more measurements and imaginations and stuff like that, are creating or building matter, it made sense to develop a system that could absorb, and whatever, and also protect, and and that's kind of the basis of a seed, of planting a seed. And I initially what has driven me all along in the background is I wanted to be able to, smoke pot and pretty much, be at peace and be with happy people that like to create and like to have fun, without doing harm to anyone else, without any, negative, destructive kind of stuff going on. And it seems the building blocks of that system is pretty successful. And so anyway, I've talked too long already. This was 23 minutes and 43 seconds long, just a little longer, a few seconds longer, and I'm going to hit the stop.